job ain't finished. The job ain't finished. Make sure you come ready to go this next week.
How about those?
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, presented by Chiefs Blitz and sponsored by Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate expert, call Eric Haynes today at 816-729-3785. That's 816-729-3785. Now, here is your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome back to another edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by ChiefsBlitz.com. I am your host, Nick Athan. You can reach me at Twitter at Chiefs Insider, along with my partner, Mr. Hense Todd, producer extraordinaire. You can reach him at Bowtie Sports LLC. Also, you can catch out his show. What's that?
Sorry, guys, for the delay.
Oh, yeah, we're sorry for the delay, a little technical difficulties. But, hey, that happens when you're doing a live show, and we bring it to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1:30 Central Time. Please like our page. Please subscribe. We love having you. And before we get started on the show, let's introduce a couple of sponsors. First up, my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying and selling a house, he is your man. Whether you're looking to do it now or 3 months from now or 6 months from now, whatever it might be, just give him a call. Let him consult your current situation and see what the best plan is moving forward. So give him a call today at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chief Who?
Where'd that voice come from? All right, next coming up is my incredible, amazing wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for flexible health coverage, you want to get a custom quote, whether you're an individual, self-employed business owner, or part of a family, she's got access to a nationwide plan that could probably benefit you both in a couple areas. One, it could reduce your overall savings on a monthly basis with your premium, and in some cases, lower your deductible altogether. So if you just want to get a free consult, open enrollment's coming up in November. You need to make sure you get your plan in place for 2025. There's nobody better than her. So give Emily a call today at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
He loves
Emily.
He loves
Emily.
And guess what?
We got a little
here. News.
Breaking news.
From the Mango Drome all the way over, send it over to the new guys that's in the building.
The hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today. Save big.
There it is.
There it is. Brand new sponsor. We appreciate Resell Electronics for joining effective today. We're very excited about it. And if you want to buy and sell any kind of consumer electronics, this is your store. 2 great locations in Independence, whether it's a cell phone, tablet, laptop, game console, TVs, home audio, so many more, so many great things. These are good people. They'll take good care of you. Take them a visit today or call them at 816-886-7285.
Hey, the Mango Drome sent it over.
The Mango Drome.
Sweet. We've diversified the portfolio.
We're diversifying the portfolio.
We've done mortgages, real estate, health insurance, and now every electronic gadget you can think of. So
yes, this is
let's
true.
go.
Hey, before we start the show, I want to introduce Lou Montagna.
Hey,
and Coach Andre Tillman. And also, I have a special guest listening. My good friend John St. Clair, who is a classmate of mine at Barstow High School in Kansas City. His son Ken has been a huge fan of ours from day one, and we appreciate you guys both. John, congrats on everything, and please comment. Love to have you. Appreciate you.
Are they related,
Absolutely.
Nick?
Yes. Yes, sir.
In what way?
Sir. I think it's father and son.
Okay.
Yes. Am I getting that right,
beautiful.
guys?
Hey,
I'm not very smart. I'm not very smart at my age.
That's how we roll.
Yep. And Sam's in the house. Paul's in the house. Jerome's in the house.
What's happening, Sam? What's going on? Jerome, what's going on? Paul, what's going on?
Sam, I still don't know when he's Mr. Paris and when he's Sam.
Oh,
Sam-
brothers.
Sam-
Sorry,
Sam's
my bad.
kinda
My bad. They're
confused.
brothers.
Sam's
They're
kinda
brothers. They're
confused.
brothers. My bad.
Sam's kind of confused. All right, he kind of confused.
Yeah.
He don't know if he like Worthy or Rice. Who knows? I don't know.
Hey, there
Vito's
you go.
in the house,
Another paisan in the house.
Oh, Vito.
Paisan.
Vito is one of my best friends.
Yeah.
He is he was in the movie business and he was a key grip. And
Damn, it took him a year to get in. Vito, where the hell you been?
Vito's going through some stuff. It's all good. We love him to death. Appreciate him. He calls me and says, "Hey, when are we getting together?" And my bad. It's just one of those things where either he's busy or I'm busy. But he's got some great movie stories, and maybe we should have him on and talk about one of my favorite films of all time. We'll save that for another day. But nonetheless,
we can just grill him about all the movies.
Yeah, we can grill him for sure. Definitely. So he loves the show. Again, please subscribe. You can contribute if you want to help out in filling some of the coffers here so we can pay the bills. We appreciate that very much. And again, the new guys at Resell Electronics, we appreciate their patronage, and I'm glad to have them on board.
Yes, sir. Nice.
Hey, like you said, if you break a phone, you break your microphone, you break your computer
Doesn't
screen,
matter.
or you break your TV because the Chiefs have lost or Chiefs or did something.
Or you break your cube. Or you break your cube.
You break the cube, it's all right.
You break the cube. It was sponsored by the cube. So if you break the cube, you know where you need to go to.
So with that said, man, hey, we glad to have these guys on. We got more people that's joining in, getting a lot of emails, getting a lot of phone calls. There's a lot of people that's joining in, and a lot of people lost to watch the show. They love what we do on here. I'm getting a lot of amen in the corners, over here of Chiefs Blitz, and they like bow tie sports after hours and and everything else. So hey guys, welcome to the bandwagon. We all
welcome to the bandwagon.
Jump on, and you can jump on like everybody else is doing. But we all know who the day one's been here, like everybody else. But again, we love Lou, we love Dre, we love Nick, and Mango in the background, aka Anonymous, out here doing this thing as well.
Yeah.
So with this said,
not so anonymous anymore.
He's not anonymous anymore. He's an integral part of the team. Thank goodness you started posting and agreed to come on board and help us. Our graphics are incredible. We appreciate everything that he's doing. And sky's the limit. We got a lot of really cool things that we're planning, including, I guess, next week you guys are roasting me. Is that the rumor?
Yeah, the roast is coming out next week. On the final week. So Dre said he's not, he don't know.
I'm not gonna participate in the roast, but I am gonna laugh though. I am gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna enjoy it, but I can't roast. I can't do it. I can't do it. Man.
I know Lou is coming with some fire.
Wow.
Lou looked like he's coming with some fire. He looks like he's coming with
Lou is very detailed. If
we're gonna call it a roast, then that kind of no holds barred. This could get kind of
Is it gonna be no holds barred, or are we gonna play it like Sesame Street?
I don't know, man.
I did call it that it may be our last show.
Wow. Didn't think it was going to get that personal. I'm not Tom Brady, guys.
You're the legend.
Skewers and charcoal, man. Skewers and charcoal.
Man, I'm not sure I'm signed up for this properly. Let me check my insurance.
Oh my goodness! The fires. Well, maybe call Emily. Get that squared away.
Yeah, we'll see. Jerome. Hey, listen. If anybody on the message board who knows me want to roast, feel free. Just instant message us, and we'll send you the link to send a 30-second, 60-second video that you create on your own, and we'll throw you in the mix.
Throw you in the mix. I had you on here, but hey,
now Vincent could probably do some good. He's got some good stories about me. I'm pretty sure. So even Vito, man, Vito, definitely, dude. Let's do it. And again, we're gonna bring you on, Vito, and we're gonna talk about the movie Diggstown. You and I have had some pretty long conversations about that. One of my favorite films of all time.
Diggstown, huh?
Yes.
Hey, just know that I love you, brother. I love you.
Oh, I already know what's coming from you, dude.
I grew up in a house of I got 7 brothers. I got 3 sisters. So we are the many weigh-ins over here. Drake knows. Hey, I go in, and don't let it know. It's not personal. It's just material.
So that's what Dre's saying. He's gonna laugh.
I'm gonna laugh, man.
He's going to bequeath his time to you.
Oh, so you get 2 minutes, huh?
Because now you've got a lot to say. It sounds like so. All right.
I'm gonna keep it light. I'm gonna keep it light.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it light. I'm gonna let everybody else have some fun, man. I'm gonna keep it light. I'm gonna be entertained. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna be entertained.
Coach Reed, before we jumped on, Coach Reed had a small spot on with Cowherd today. And he asked us some pretty pointed questions. I thought maybe he'd give him a little bit more than he would the local media. But Coach, big
Reed is. He probably given too much already.
Yeah, I mean, basically, when asked about Rashee Rice, is again very nondescript. He's having more tests done. We'll know, swelling this, everything that we've heard. So not a whole lot different there. Asking about Patrick and some of the issues that he's had, and can you get all the coach speak? So there was really nothing to be gleaned from anything that he said. Didn't drop any little nuggets,
right?
Except for the fact that Sark told him that Worthy was one of his favorite players ever, and then he stopped himself and said, "I probably shouldn't have said that."
He said, "What did he say again?"
He said that Worthy was one of Sark's favorite players ever, and then he said, "Well, I probably shouldn't have said that." Sark's got a lot of players, so yeah,
he's got a lot of players. He's got a great program. Texas is rolling. For sure. For sure. But yeah, I think even Patrick Mahomes made a comment today that, they hope to get him back. And, from what we're hearing, we think there's I would say a better than 50% chance that we could see Rashee Rice back on the field this year, whether that's November, December. I don't think it really matters to the Chiefs. I think the key right now is, let's get ready for December and January football so we can, we can go to, try to go get our three-peat. So they got time. They got a bye week. And so they finished out the month at the 49ers, who knows who's going to be healthy or what that team's going to look like then. And then they go to the Raiders before they play, I think, 4 out of 5 at home before the schedule gets really crazy in the last 4 games where they have to have.
Hey, Lou, real quick, guys. Can y'all believe that CMC got, both of his legs is bummed right now?
Yes.
That's crazy, man.
Only because if you go back to his career at Carolina, I mean, he was constantly fighting, different injuries, and so pretty much every year he played. I mean, he had a couple of huge years there, but every other year it was. I mean, just from a fantasy football perspective, where he was always going in the top 5, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks in, and he's down. So no, I didn't know that it was Achilles. Centered, and then it was on both legs, but he does take a beating, and he plays through a lot of stuff. So it's just sad to see that somebody that's still fairly young, and obviously they were confident enough to pay him.
They paid him
off season. They knew.
That's what I'm
so it wasn't like they knew about it, completely. And he's just searching under every rock to see if there's a way that he can come back quicker.
And that's why I was saying we don't pay guys like that, injury-prone guys that's known for getting injured. That's why I'm not big on that type of stuff. Man.
That was because it was such a big deal last year that he was able to play the entire year and dominate the way he did. Yeah. And it was just like this year. I'm looking, and now again, just from a fantasy perspective, I'm saying that was an outlier. He hasn't done that in many years, going back to maybe like his rookie or second year in Carolina. So not that I was predicting injury, but there was a good chance you're going to spend a top 3 or 4 pick in your draft. You better make sure that you got a guy that's at least going to play every week or, has a good chance. So doesn't surprise me, but what also doesn't surprise me is that they're able to figure it out and they'll still be able to score points without him.
Yeah, it was interesting today. I mean, I saw a couple of, every Tuesday, Wednesday, generally after the Monday night games, they do the rankings, And there were a lot of places that had the 49ers the second best team. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't see it. I mean, with the injuries, there's no way they can sustain any success without McCaffrey. Too much stuff falls on him. Too much of the running game and the screen game, and just having him out there, creates a lot of opportunities and mismatches to open up the game plan. But you got all those other injuries with the receivers. Brendan Ayuk gets into it with his coach about this shorts he's wearing in practice. I mean, it's just
wearing the wrong color, Nick.
It's just stupid to micromanage a team like that. Anyway, I don't see the 49ers. Had Arizona Cardinals played a little bit better, that's who I thought would win the division. I don't know. Maybe San Francisco wins the division, but I just don't. I could see them top 6, 7, 8 team, but I can't see them in the top 5. I'm sorry.
Well, in the NFC, who do you really trust? I mean, now,
exactly.
If you talk about these mythical power rankings, I still don't know what the hell, again, what those mean, how they fit. It's just somebody's, subjective view of who they think is better. Now, some have put Minnesota at the top just because, hey, they're playing the best. It's not standings. It's just kind of who you think is playing the best right now. And I think in the NFC, they certainly are. Mm-hmm. Washington has jumped up a little bit, but not that much. Baltimore is 2-2, but the last game they played, well, hell, if they can play like that every week, right? Yeah. So there's just they're kind of like a made guy when you're talking about San Francisco. They're going to be there at the end.
Yeah,
they're going to be there at the end. Vito's going to understand what I'm saying.
Shanahan can put guys in position to succeed.
Well, they've always been able to do it. Whether it was
whether
it was Elijah Mitchell, Raheem Mostert. I mean, Jeff Wilson Jr. I mean, they just bring guys in, and Mike Shanahan was the same way when he was in Denver. They had a bunch. Terrell Davis was kind of a no-name, sixth round pick. And he made him into a league MVP. So
he tortured us in the playoffs.
That system just lends itself to running backs being successful. Now McCaffrey just takes it to another level because now you can use him like a chess piece as a wide receiver, as a running back, kind of a flanker type.
Lou, quick question, Lou. After Terrell Davis went out, who was the second running back for the Denver Broncos?
Oh, they had a ton of them. Mike Anderson, just a bunch
of
guys.
Mike Anderson. So Clinton Portis came win. So Clinton Portis came win.
Boy, it's a name for the past.
Yeah, Portis would have been like
he was afterwards, wasn't he?
Yeah, he would have been like in
2000s,
later 90s, maybe 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s, maybe.
Yeah, I don't recall. I'm sure if John Harrison's out there, he'll have it.
It's just I'm saying, like, I'm saying it's the system that Denver Broncos has. The Denver Broncos had a good
just
system.
that whole and again, you call it the Shanahan system. It's West Coast based, but it's a zone blocking scheme. I can't recall the offensive line coach there, but while it was happening, the cut blocking was like legendary, where defensive linemen hated it.
Yes,
defensive linemen hated because there was a lot of that and people were getting injured, but it was still within the rules at that time. Now that has changed a little bit, but the system has always been successful. They did it in Washington, they did it in Denver. Kyle took it to Atlanta, Cleveland, San Francisco. So not just anybody, but if they have a decent enough guy that can carry the ball and can read blocks, they're going to be successful.
Yeah.
So, but bottom line is, they're not playing like one of the better teams right now, but they certainly, at the end, I think they'll be there.
Mm-hmm. And what been there? What you got for us for Chiefs? Ooh,
let's do it.
Wow, you guys are pushing me earlier and earlier.
We like to get the good stuff.
Me off guard. Okay, gang, let's go. Hensley, strike up the band. Let's do this. All right, so here we go, gang. Chiefs.
Hold on. We wasn't going just right there. I was asking, do you have, are you ready for Chiefs? So you ready there?
Am I ready? What are you talking about?
He didn't stop the momentum.
This is what I do, man.
What the hell?
I was born ready. What are we doing?
Let's go.
Now we're calling an audible now. Now we're not going to do it? Little frozen pizza there. Hey now. Are we good? Are we live? Okay, is this thing on? Everybody in line? Okay, let's go. So the band has been struck. Apparently, I can kind of hear it in the background. But okay, so this is week 6. Is it week 6 or week 5?
It is week 5.
Week 5. Okay, so it's week 5 of the new contest, and Kareem has 2 wins, and everybody else is just watching. As you all know, and some of you that are new, I will read a series of concocted clues that only I can come up with, right? So it will be a member of the Kansas City Chiefs when it's all said and done.
Current
so
roster.
Just kind of listen to all of them, thinking a little different outside the box, and maybe you'll hit one. So here we go. At the top, this Chief played at one of the most prestigious high school programs in the United States.
Ooh.
In college, his senior year, he was second team all conference.
I know.
Chris Wallace.
Nick has the. Am I calling on you now?
I don't know. I'm raising my hand.
Let's go.
Would that be Mr. Menahue?
It is not. Okay, so next one. He's another Chief that had a long draft day.
He said it don't raise your hand for.
I'm raising my hand, man. Nick raised his hand.
Okay, all right, Coach.
I'm gonna go with man. I'm see. Hey, Nick. All right, let me see.
You raise your hand.
Oh, he's cheating.
I'm not even
looking at a list of names. We're not that you're missing the whole spirit of the game.
I can't believe you said that, Lou. I can't believe you said that had the audacity to say I'm cheating.
Well, you're looking down and say, "Wait a second, I had it, and now it's gone." It's up here, man. Let's go. All right,
it is Chris Wallace.
All right, who?
Chris Wallace.
I don't even know who is that.
I don't know who Chris Wallace is.
He's a part of the kingdom.
TV
so
guy.
He was Chris,
all right.
The guy with 3 names from USC.
Oh, Anonymous has a guess. Mango's got a guess.
It is not. Okay. So I'm breaking my flow here. I was going so well, Coach. Come on, man. So it could be said that he has that dog in him, or is it a bear?
Trent McDuffie.
It is not. He was at one time a college teammate of fellow Chief McCade Mettauer.
It's Carson Steele.
It is not. Okay, yeah, Chris Roland Wallace. I think that's who Coach was looking for, but he was Chief who just a couple of weeks ago. But that's good. Thanks for playing, Coach.
It's all right.
All right, last one.
Ruben says Jones, which is that would be Chris Jones.
He's a summer guy. He's a summer guy. Now that should give it away right there.
It's not Carson Steele. It's not
Brian
Going
Cook.
Once.
Brian Cook.
It is not. Going twice.
And the winner is
where's Kareem?
He had to bug out. Yeah.
Going thrice. Where is the mafia? It's none other than Nico Remigio.
Oh,
damn, Mango, that was you, Mango.
He did play at Modern Day High School. He was second team all
hey, Mingo, that was your guy.
Mountain West his senior year. Had a long draft day. He was undrafted. He's got that dog in him, or is it a bear? He started out at Cal, so he was a bear, and then at Fresno State, they're the Bulldog. College teammate of McCade Mettauer. Mettauer was at Cal as well in 2020, and then he's a summer guy. He doesn't play in the fall. He plays in the summer during training camp. So there you go. Where is the mafia? Nico Remigio, this week's Chief.
Hold on. Mango, this is Mango's guy here. Why didn't Mango get this, Mango? This is your guy. This is your guy, Mango.
It happens.
Your guy.
And who is Chiefs who sponsored by them?
Of course, none other than Eric Haynes and the Eric Haynes group. Check him on the bottom as you look at it, right-hand corner.
Right-hand corner.
Face. We can't put him on too much because he's just so handsome. It's a killer for everybody else.
Yeah,
it makes us all look like the mugs that we are, I suppose. But yeah, thanks for playing, gang.
Eric, we appreciate you.
Kareem wins again because nobody else did. So if anybody wants to steal that prize from Kareem, let's go.
Let's go.
So Kareem late to class and he still finds a way to win, right? He still finds a way to get the answers correct.
He did. Well, let's put it in. He didn't lose and nobody else won. So
Mango, I give it to you, Mango. I'm just saying, Mango, that was your guy. I'm just saying, Mango. I know you won more times than me. Dang.
That's pretty great.
Dang. That's your guy, sir.
And before we get into the main segment of the banging of the desk of
I thought that was the main segment.
That was good.
But we're going to get into the banging of the desk of Beach with Skyy Moore. You know what I mean? If it was the banging, but I don't know. Before we get in that, let's get back into.
We're going to get negative now. Come on, we're having such fun.
We said we're having such fun.
Let's get to our sponsors one more time.
All right, let's talk about our sponsors again. Of course, the man who just did the Chiefs Who sponsorship, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can help you buy or sell a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's two ways to get a hold of him. You can call him 816-729-3785, or you can email him at esaleskc@gmail.com. Just click on his ad, and it goes right to his page with all his listings. He's top shelf. He will help you out. Make sure you give him a call if you want to buy or sell a house in the greater Kansas City area.
Proud sponsor of Nico
Remigio show today. And of course, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you are looking for flexible health coverage, again, open enrollment begins November 1st. You have till December 15th to choose a government plan. If you want to review those options, you might want to look at a private option, whether you're an individual, self-employed, business owner, or part of a family. There's nobody better who understands the health insurance industry better than my wife, Emily. Give her a call today at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
No question about it.
Emily.
And let's get into our next sponsor video.
Buy
Let's run it.
electronics and save up to 25%. Our phones are pre-owned and in great condition. We carry top brands like iPhones and Samsung. Sell us your old phone and we'll offer you cash on the spot. Resell electronics and independence. Buy a cell phone at Resell.
There it is. Resell Electronics, our new sponsor. They got two great locations in Independence. You can reach them at 816-886-7285. If you've got something you want to buy or sell, tablets, cell phones, laptops, consoles, games, TVs, home audio, and so much more. They are tops in the Missouri. They're the best. We appreciate them being a new sponsor. Give them a call today or stop by the store and take care of those electronics that you might want to buy or sell.
Yep. So with that said, let's get right into it. He's frustrated after the Skyy Moore drop. You know what I mean? What do you guys have to say about this? Go ahead, Coach Dre.
I'm kind of like, man, he was only targeted twice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that was a
Was it twice? I thought it was just once.
He was targeted twice.
Okay.
It was a drop, guys. It was one little drop. It was one little drop, man. I feel like they should have targeted him a whole lot more than twice. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, like the GMs, they upset with him. I get it. I really do get it. But I feel like he should get at least a couple more touches of the ball, a couple more targets.
Mm-hmm.
Can you maybe fill me in? What was the background on this? How was Veach furious?
There was a video that I was at Channel 4 posted, or from one of their sports reporters that said during the drop, Brett Veach was behind him and he pounded the table. Now, I think the actual truth is that pounding of the table was when Rashee Rice went down versus when Skyy Moore dropped the ball. But nonetheless, a lot of people thought it was because of Skyy Moore. And let's be honest, Skyy Moore has struggled pretty much his entire time in Kansas City. A lot of it were expectations. Yeah. And I'm confused by it. I really am. Again, I went back this morning and I looked at some of his college footage, and I'm thinking, man, this guy ran great routes. He had great hands. He had separation. Right. He knew how to work corners. He knew how to work open spaces. And I mean, you can see, and even the Chiefs fans at the time, forget about what the Steelers did and drafting their wide receiver. Everybody before the draft, I remember, Skyy Moore, get Skyy Moore, get Skyy Moore. And when they picked him up in the second round, everybody was excited. Everybody was excited. And for whatever reason, he just can't take the leap to the NFL level. And now that Rice is gone for we don't know how long, I think if this was a reaction by Brett Veach that, you know, from Moore's drop, then that's pretty telling. I mean, the kid's getting every chance. And now who are they going to count on? It's not going to be him. The light's just not going to suddenly come on. Yeah. You know, they're going to have to move somebody up. But, you know, I don't think he has a future with Kansas City. I was still surprised they kept him, to be honest with you. He's just out there running decoy routes and, you know, going in motion, but he's not contributing. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, it's a key third down in the game, and he dropped the ball, and he should have caught it. And the next time they were in that situation, who'd they throw the ball to? Virtually the exact same play. They gave it to Xavier Worthy to end the game. So, I don't know, man. I don't think
you can't really speak to what Brett.
No, that's not the point.
That particular,
right. That's not as much.
I think if he did show any emotion, it's basically like, well, we didn't convert another third down,
right?
No, regardless of who was at the end of the pass. What can you do? I mean, he caught a lot of momentum during the draft process because again, playing at Western Michigan wasn't exactly like big time program unless you're watching Maction. Coach Reed evidently likes to watch Maction because he was seeing Carson Steele with Ball State, but the dude's got massive hands. It was never a problem in college in terms of him dropping passes. So I think it just speaks to where his confidence level has just constantly just dropped and dropped and dropped. So what do you do to get him going? Maybe this was their idea. Well, we'll give him a layup here, and Patrick, put a little extra juice on that one. I'm not going to make excuses, but he should have caught it. If you're a professional wide receiver, the ball's near your hands, you're paid to catch those passes, catch the ball. So it's just very difficult. Like you said, Nick, is just because all the pieces are there. He is quick. He is quick in and out of the breaks. He does have a little bit of speed. He does have, again, I guess theoretically good hands, but not so much here. Now, a couple of years ago, his biggest game was against the Chargers in Los Angeles. So, I don't know if it was just the scenery, whatever, but in that case, it didn't work out. And you can't continually go back to that well and expect things to change.
Right.
No, but me looking at it is like, Nick said something that like everybody was in agreement. I wasn't in agreement. I was in agreement of getting, George Pickens. I was all for getting George Pickens. You know what I mean? I was like, everybody said the attitude problem, but I like the people with the dog in them. You got to have the dog if you want to play these, Nico. These corner dogs, these cornerstone.
He said corner dogs.
Positions, like wide receivers, cornerback. You got to have that type of attitude, man. And right now is this wide receiver room. Worthy look like he's have the attitude. He's small. He still gets out here. He get pushed around and everything else, but he still gets out there to get up and fight for another day. And he. Like when I seen them score that touchdown, I seen the get corn dog. Well, I see the dog in him. But again, could he banged his hand on the table about that? But maybe he got some news about Rashee Rice. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But what Lou said, we just don't know. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, but we'll just speak specifically to Skyy's situation. Veach's reaction. That's in his mind and whatever, and it's not going to go anywhere else. We can speculate all we want about what Veach was thinking there, but just in terms of Skyy, it's just very surprising that he hasn't at least been average.
Let's just get him more.
It would be that. It's just most disappointing that he's kind of not even. He's kind of a non-factor. I mean, outside of again, a couple of games where he showed a little bit, like I said, that Charger game where he had like 6 or 7 receptions, about 70 or 80 yards. Okay, he's starting to get it now. Let's see where this goes. And it really never materialized after that. A couple of big punt returns, the touchdown in the Super Bowl. But other than that, it just really hasn't been much. And yeah,
he was only targeted twice, though, guys. That's what I'm saying. Targeted twice, man. I'm like,
right. Well, but that's just it.
Get him worked into it. Let him get worked into it, man.
Speaking of,
I think there's a reason for that. Right?
Speaking of not,
you got other guys going.
Speaking of not, being affected on the team, the Chiefs drafted him in 2021, and he only had 1 TD, guys.
22, yeah.
His career, 22. He has one TD in the Super Bowl. Looking at his stats, man, it's like we what are we doing? You know what I mean?
At least his yard per catch average is good.
Yeah. But
here's the thing, guys. I get that, but remember the Chiefs got other weapons that demand the majority of the targets. But what I'm saying is this: give this man more targets. Give him more targets. Let him get his feet wet. You know what I'm saying? He's still early. He haven't played in a little bit. Right, 2 targets, and we making a big deal about 2 targets. We targeted
right.
twice.
That's the. I think that's probably the best point right now is that it's not like he's being counted on to be this big time player. Now it's disappointing that you use the 2nd round pick and the guy hasn't really worked out, and then he took McColl in the 2nd round and that really hasn't worked out. So it's just. Veach, for all that he's done in terms of drafting players, Clyde in the 1st, these 2 receivers in the 2nd. I mean, it just doesn't look good at all because they've been kind of non-factors for most of their careers. Right? I mean, you would have to say drafted that high. Typically a 1st rounder by the 2nd or 3rd year, they should be a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
2nd round pick, again, should be 3rd, 4th year. They should be an integral part of your team. If they're not even close, if they're just borderline making the team, those have to be looked at as whiffs.
Right.
And I think that's what it is. But on the flip side, Veach has done a really good job of rebuilding the defense.
No. I'm not saying anything about him overall. It's just those particular picks haven't worked out.
For us old dogs, wide receiver position is a really hard position to truly evaluate. Again, college, he was great. Statistics, he was great.
Good. Yeah.
He checked every box, and it happens. I mean, it happens with 1st round guys. And then all of a sudden, a 6th or 7th round pick, becomes an All-Pro or a Hall of Famer. So you just never know. And again, he has the benefit of the best head coach and the best quarterback in the NFL, and it's just not clicking. At some point, he's gonna have to. They're gonna have to do something here, and he probably is gonna get a chance this weekend because of Rashee Rice being out. And I would say this is about the most important game coming up for Skyy Moore. In his career, if he wants to stay after the bye week, if the Chiefs, get the news on Monday about Rashee Rice and he is going to be out longer than they thought or shorter than they want, they've got the bye week and then they got 2 road games. San Francisco.
Either way, he's missing some time.
Yeah.
Right. So
no, definitely. No, we're not sugarcoating that.
So in terms of Skyy, he's never going to be an integral part of the offense based on who they have now. Right. Even with the injury, I think you're going to see Juju, Noah. I mean, these guys are going to get a lot more.
So that's
a lot more shots on goal, if you will, more targets.
Right.
Skyy, you're probably just not going to see it. You say he's only getting 2 targets. He really hasn't earned them. You have to show some sort of, Patrick has got to be confident when he throws the ball that it's going to get caught. And if he doesn't have it, and then the players the receivers lost confidence too, that's just not a good mix.
I mean,
So
confidence, I get it because Skyy Moore has the talent to get it done. He's just been targeted twice. Right. Like I say, Andy Reid in this Chiefs offense, everybody is not going to get the number of targets except for Kelsey.
So at this point, does Skyy Moore deserve to be on the roster at this point, guys?
I do. I do believe he does. And again, he was only targeted twice. He had one drop ball. Now let's credit the fact that Patrick Mahomes hasn't been playing his best ball this year. Right. Okay, so what I'm saying is this. Right. So what I'm saying is this. Let that man get him another opportunity. Let's just put him more into the offense so he can get his feet wet. He came out there cold with 2 targets. He dropped 1 pass. So what? Okay, a lot of the great receivers didn't drop the pass.
But he was in the heavy rotation.
But it's continuing. Yeah. It's not. It was just that game. I mean, if it was just a one-time thing, I agree with you because you got to get into the game. You got to get into the flow. We talked about Patrick getting in the rhythm. You got to give him some layups. You got to give him some free throws with the play calls. Right. But when you give him sort of that layup, which that play normally is. Now, again, like I said before, you could say whatever you want about Patrick throwing. There was some heat on that ball, no question. But you got to catch it. You just got to catch it. I don't,
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying is this: get that man more involved into the offense. I want to see the man get more than 2 targets.
If he was a little bit younger in his career, I would say that. But 3-4 years in, I'm not saying to write him off. But you're not going to go out of your way to get him a bunch of targets when you're down a receiver and you're trying to get the guys that can catch.
Yeah,
and that do I mean, I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. Every time the ball goes towards 83, it's a first down, it's a catch, and sometimes a lot more. Yeah. So he needs to be more featured in the offense.
I just feel like this. Let's get him warmed up. Let's get Skyy Moore warmed up, guys.
I understand. And this is very odd for you because usually you're the one. You're the ones that's first one that's saying is get him off the field, take his uniform, all this, he can't catch. We've heard that many times, but like today, you
it was just one because here's the thing is the reason why
the heart is pumping here.
Nah, the reason why I said is because in training camp he was producing against McDuffie. He was the only guy for real that
had a great camp.
McDuffie, right? So I'm like.
A lot of guys. Hey, were you paying attention during Chief Who? He's a summer guy. Nico's a summer guy. If anybody can,
you blame it on the weather. You blame it on the weather, man.
You can produce in the summer.
There's Gary Lezak when you need him.
What are you doing in the fall? Once the leaves start falling and the weather gets a little cold, as we're getting into the season, what are you doing?
That's some nonsense.
If you're still dropping passes, then you got to go elsewhere, man.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm just saying, man. The man
NFL not for long.
I get it, but the man producing camp, guys. Come on, give this man more targets.
He's gonna get another chance. I think he's gonna get another chance this Monday night against the Saints. They'll evaluate their wide receiver position when they come back with a bye week. Or when they start,
why are we going in on Skyy? This is like the 4th question. What the hell did he do?
I don't know. There's no political reason.
Hold on. Wait. Did Skyy Moore make the roster for political reasons?
They're not going to get.
I think what he's saying is it was a Veach second round pick.
Yeah, there's no way they were giving up on it.
Maybe he makes
hold on, guys.
Maybe he makes it over another guy.
Ruben, no, I got faith in Skyy Moore. I think Skyy Moore can get the job done. Just get this man.
Let's leave it at that. Do we have anything else besides?
I'm all for giving him another chance.
Besides beating the crap out of Skyy Moore, let's go, man.
Yeah, he's still a human being. He's got a lot of
players. There's other players on this team. Remember?
Yeah. I mean, the topic is Skyy Moore, but for political reasons. Now, that was I don't know.
But again, what go ahead and. Since Lou want to run the show, go ahead and read it, sir.
Yeah, okay. We'll get this thing moving then. Let the truth be told. All right. So is it Montrell? Is it Justin? Is it Nico? I guess if you're looking to replace a little bit of what Rashee does, and it's not really close with any of them, but Montrell and Nico are smaller guys, right? Justin's a bigger guy, bigger target. Maybe he can pick up some of that slack. If those are your 3 options, they may not bring up another wide receiver. Maybe they bring up a different position. where they need some help. Maybe if a fourth running back, but I think that would be overkill. I don't think that guy would get a lot of run. But I would say, I mean, if you're talking about giving somebody an opportunity, somebody that has a lot of talent but just hasn't been able to show it yet, Justin Ross would be the guy.
Yeah, I've been banging that drum for the last 2 years, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if I had to choose one of them, I'm with Luke too. I had to choose Justin Ross, man, because I know Nico, I know everybody want him, but again, like I talked to Coach was on after hours and we was talking about something about you got to know the playbook. If you're not,
you got to know the playbook. You got to know
if you ain't knowing the playbook, and that's why the reason why you sometimes these guys on a practice guide to learn the playbook, to learn what where to line up, where to be at. You know what I mean? So if I know we want everybody that we like, we want everybody that we see in the summer camp, like Lou said, it's the summer. You know what I mean?
It's the summer.
Here's the bottom line.
Just saying. But what I'm saying is this though. If you know what I mean, if I had to choose one, it had to be Justin Ross, just to see what he, the guy was the better than T. Higgins back in Clemson until he got hurt. You know what I mean? But a lot of guys is good in college as well. But if I had to choose one, it'd be Justin Ross. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the bottom line. The bottom line is this: Montreal Washington, Justin Ross, or Nico Remigio is going to get an opportunity to upend Skyy Moore's roster spot. It's inevitable. It's going to happen at some point. I mean, they're not going to give him a long period of time here to figure it out. But for them to move on, and I think that they should. I mean, give him a chance. But one of these three guys has to step up, and I don't know who that is. I mean, I think I'm with Lou. Justin Ross makes the most sense because he's a tall wide receiver. He can play inside, outside. Nico, he had a tough preseason game. Montreal Washington's got some talent, I think.
Here's a sneaky one to throw into this mix.
Sure.
And a guy that I've liked forever, but Jody Fortson is back on the
Yes.
On the team.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Jody yet.
He's a big dude. He played wide receiver in college. They moved him inside. They played him outside.
And he was the next to Ken. He was the next.
He can catch the
Patrick
damn ball.
loves him. Yeah, they were sad to see him go.
If you're going to use him essentially as a big wide receiver, you can do that because he is quick enough. And I believe, again, in his hands and his ability. So that might be one that
I'd give Fortson reps over Skyy Moore any day of the week. I mean, I forgot about that. I'm totally in for that.
Over Skyy Moore?
Over Skyy Moore. Jody did so many great things. I mean,
again,
when Jody helped in the red zone, he's in
shape. In shape, injury. What is he healthy? Because he's never been able to stay healthy.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's not.
That's the thing. Is that when he comes back, it might only be for a couple of weeks, right?
Well, if they incorporate him this weekend, that's going to be pretty telling. Because
I'm gonna say this. Go ahead, Nick.
I mean, I think he was with the Dolphins, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And they let him go, and they've got a ton of offensive weapons. And honestly, it's they're in quarterback hell, all of them. But I think Fortson, to me, again, you look at his production in the red zone. You just go back to the wheel route he ran against the Chargers, a year ago or 2 years ago, where Mahomes threads a needle, literally the size of a needle, and somehow Fortson catches a 40-yard bomb. And it was one of the most beautiful passes Mahomes has ever thrown. And Fortson can score touchdowns in the red zone, and they are having struggles in the red zone.
The one was down in Tampa where he just because of his size, he gets inside. If he can get his body inside the corner, it's over. And Patrick just floats it out there, touchdown. I mean, it looks like it's they were just playing in the backyard, but it's because of his size and his ability with his feet to get inside. So he could be an option, but again, a bigger dude. It depends on where they want to see. I mean, do they want a quicker guy like a Skyy or one of these other players like Montreal or Nico? I don't know, but in terms of guys that we've seen do it, Jody, maybe they go that route.
Real quick, guys, to answer this question for real, I do like Justin Ross, and I've been banging on that drum for the last 2 years with him. I want to see them in more in the red zone. I think he's a big red zone option for me. I've been hearing about him not lining up right. He don't know the playbook, but if my honest opinion, let's play backyard football in the red zone. Hey, pull him in the corner, red zone, throw it up in the air, let the man get busy. Yeah. I'm with that. Just get this man.
He can do that too.
Just get the man the opportunity.
It sounds like he might get one. Well, I would imagine that he's going to get an opportunity here at some point.
Right.
Yeah. So like you know what I mean, I'm with Coach Dre, man. Just give the guy a shot. If you got to rotate, I put it like this: if a guy's in, a couple weeks in and you're still up there, you're not producing. That's what the practice squad for. You know what I mean? Hey, bring up the next guy and see if the next guy hit, because you never know. Practice, like Iverson said it before. Practice is practice. You know what I mean? We talking about practice. Right. But when a guy gets on the field, some guys don't look good in practice, but when they get on the field, they a different story when they in the game. It's like you go out there and you play backyard football with your friends and on Thanksgiving or something. It's a different story. Like, why this guy ain't been in the league? You know what I mean? You got, some power hit you. You know what I mean? Now you catching everything. Then you get off, you leave the field. Now you dropping cans of soup in the kitchen. But other than that, you still looking good. So I'm saying give Justin Ross a chance, and maybe he does do good in the live game. I know Lou gonna say, yeah, he had opportunities and
I would say it would be between Justin Ross and Jody, but that's playing a little bit different way. He hasn't, even though he's been here before, he's only been here for a couple of weeks. They might want to give him a few more weeks before they bring him up. Mm-hmm. But I think Nick said bottom line. The bottom line is going to be who does Patrick want?
Right.
I mean, that would be the question. That would be the answer if we could answer for Patrick. But in terms of just right now, yeah, Justin or Jody.
Yeah. But realistic, we can say who's the next man, who's this person, bring up that person, sit this person. But it always starts with the man who's quarterback in the field.
That's it.
So if he's not producing well this year, then we can put Devontae Adams, we can put Hopkins, we can put anybody out there. If you're not producing well,
you gotta have the trust of the quarterback.
Yeah, I think Mahomes threw about 4 or 5 picks this already. This is not Mahomes like football. Like, everybody know Mahomes is like outstanding. I mean, the percentage is great. But this year, man, he's been playing bad this year, man. He's been playing bad, man. I mean, just
bad for him.
Yeah, bad for him.
Yeah, I get what I'm saying, but just in general, like, how we look at Patrick Mahomes in recent years, he's not playing up to par, up to our standards of Patrick Mahomes.
What I was saying is, like, if they got to have the trust of the quarterback. Right. If the trust ain't there, then we can say bring up Nico. We can bring up this,
and you just look at where the targets go. Yeah. Right. I mean, they were going mostly to Rashee. They were going to Kelsey, right? So, but really nobody else. Then Worthy, they're trying to sprinkle them in. One of the things that coach also, because when they were talking about Worthy today with Cowherd, is like he compared him to Deshaun Jackson, but he also said was, I'm not going to be running him over the middle of the field a ton, right? It's because of that size. So they're probably limiting what they want him to do. So we don't need to throw all these other receivers out there. I think they can get by with what they have. Now, it won't be ideal, but they can certainly still move the ball, score points, and beat just about anybody they want.
Right. Yeah, I think the key to the change in the offense without Ross is going to be Juju. If Juju can play
without Rice.
Yeah, without Rice, I'm sorry. At 75% of what he was when he was here 2 years ago, that's enough because they've got, they have something in Worthy. Kelsey appears to, be back in some sort of rhythm. Justin Watson and Noah Gray, these guys are all confident. Patrick trusts all those guys. And at the end of the day, with Jordy Fortson as maybe the wild card here, that's someone also that Patrick trusts, provided he's been able to pick up the offense. So we'll see. But, the banging the drum on Skyy Moore, it's prove it or lose a roster spot at this point. So we'll see what happens.
We killed another horse.
Yeah, man. I'm raising them up, man. I like Skyy Moore.
Fine.
I like Skyy Moore.
Mr. Negative is being
legs in the grave, and we're still.
I like Skyy Moore because I see so much in this guy, man. I seen so much.
Here's the real question then: if you're that supportive of him, would you put him on the Cardinals roster?
Absolutely, immediately.
Okay.
Immediately.
Well, call up their GM and I say, listen, send us a 7th round pick and he's all yours.
Man, immediately. I wish we would, man.
But let's get into some of these questions about everything. Go ahead, Nick.
All right, so let's see here. Vincent says, give a wide receiver an opportunity to shine in crunch time. Well, that's obviously going to happen. Let's see here.
He's Mr. Paris again.
Yes, Mr. Paris. Jerome Bunkers, if Jody is completely back and healthy, they do like him. That's for sure. Let's see.
Is that like Bruce Wayne and Batman? Does he just flip?
And Mango says, Nagy said Nico knows the playbook like the back of his hand. So that's also a very valid point. That's good.
The Nico Mafia boss.
The Nico Mafia is boss. Yes. Let's see. I'm trying to get here. Let's see. What's Mr. Paris, fellas? There's a lot of talk about. Been a while and have to have Mahomes as your quarterback and Andy as your head coach. You've got to be better in that situation. I think we all agree on that. Jerome Bunkers again. Skyy's not getting doubled with Rice out. Does he fit the scheme? Maybe he's just not picking up the offense. I mean, he's had 2+ years, to pick it up. So
they keep running him out there too, so he's doing something right. I mean,
in practice he's got to be doing something right.
Doesn't know the offense. He knows the offense. Come on,
right?
Hey, what? Chuck Hicks, is that Pretty Ricky? Is now Chuck Hicks?
Oh, we don't know about that. Maybe
that's his little avatar there, but I think was it a Giants hat? Yeah,
Nico Remigio's the answer.
McKenzie.
Yeah, maybe it is. Who knows? Chuck, we love you, man. We appreciate you. We'll see what happens.
Mafia is back. Here we go.
Where were you during Chief Who?
Where were you during Chief Who?
We're rooting for Nico, man. Honestly, guys, I do like Nico, but I feel like Skyy Moore is the answer, man. I do.
All right. Well, you were wrong on Odell Beckham Jr. and
no, he's banged up. He's banged up, Nick.
Odell is the 21 day window is open. He's off the puck.
He better come out fire with no quarterback. So maybe Odell probably be in a Chiefs uniform. Who knows? We don't know.
No, please no. I don't want that.
A lot of people are saying they want Tyreek Hill back. Avante.
No, I heard that, but I disagree with Tyreek Hill. Man, let that man. He left. They won without him. I'm fine with that.
He's really enjoying.
Speak the truth, Virginia.
They want Cooper. They want this person, but again, hey. They draft Xavier Worthy in the first round. That's their guy. They got Ross. They got Rice. Rice probably back, guys. Hey, I am very close to Rice. I ain't gonna tell you everything, but hey,
I bet you ain't gonna tell us everything. So.
I'm just saying he probably back. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying that my favorite guy. Maybe I'm praying that he's be back. But you know what I mean. But all said and done,
chance than not that he's in a Chiefs uniform on the field this year. Yes.
But again, we can want all these guys, but it's always going to come down to Veach. It's all going to come down to the final say of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. We can put all together our Madden team, right? We can say, let me trade Adams and get over here, but nobody's going to give Adams to the Raiders. Probably ain't going to give Adams to the Chiefs in the division. I can't see that happen.
Well, I think they would if the draft pick compensation was right, they'll do it.
Yeah,
because they're
I don't think Adam be a good fit.
The Schefter reports were saying potentially like a second and something else.
Right.
Now a similar receiver. Now again, he's not as celebrated as Devontae, but Keenan Allen went for a 4th.
Exactly. Right? And I'll take Keenan Allen in a heartbeat if the Bears want to get rid of him.
Now, the only reason I say it is just context over compensation. Not saying that Keenan Allen would be on the Chiefs, but it's just a tough deal because again, what Devontae has left on his contract at the end is not guaranteed, right? Yeah. The number's like $36 million for the last 2 years. Again, all those phony numbers they throw into a contract to make the average look higher.
Right.
Okay. Sort of like Tyreek's last contract before they re-upped him. Tyreek ain't coming back to Kansas City. I mean,
No.
it's just, I think that ships. It's not going to be a Kareem Hunt situation.
No, there's no going to be a sequel with Tyreek Hill.
Coming in division would be a long shot of long shots.
I don't think he fit. Maybe Devontae comes. I don't think Devontae would fit in Kansas City.
Devontae would fit in any football system known to man. Okay, I don't know what. I don't know. You're talking nonsense now.
I don't think Kansas City, man.
No, yeah, exactly.
He doesn't fit in the Miami system right now.
He wouldn't fit.
I know a lot of people are talking about D-Hop, you know what I mean? D-Hop, you know what I mean? Cooper.
That would be a likely one. It would be Hop.
D-Hop is the best fit and the best.
See, now D-Hop can adjust. See, D-Hop don't have an ego like Devontae Adams does. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true.
I like D-Hop.
But if I had to choose one, I know a lot of people gonna say why he ain't signed now. It had to be Michael Thomas. If I had to choose one,
he's an injury prone to the T, man.
Let me explain.
Let him talk.
If Michael Thomas, if you put him in a slot at that Rashee Rice, bro, he was playing in the slot, right? You let him go at it. You know what I mean? Hey, we ain't looking for long-term answers, right? We're just looking for a short-term answer to get through the season, get to that 3P, and then we go from there. If I'm the Chiefs, I'm not giving up draft picks, draft capital to build around Mahomes. We can look around and say we want Adams, we want Cooper, we want all these guys. We still got to pay Trey Smith. We still got to pay Legere. Nick. What's his name? Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton come up. Then you're gonna have T-Cuff contracts coming up. So then you got to decide what you're gonna do with Justin Reed next year. Is you gonna keep him or are you gonna bring him back? You know what I mean? Then you gotta look at all that. Yes, we can get Adams and do that. But are you gonna cripple your team's salary? Because he's gonna be due $35 million next year.
Hold on. The money's not guaranteed, and wherever he goes, that contract's going to be adjusted, and they're going to
it has to. His base salary is 34.
Cap, they'll be able to. They would be able to fit just about anything. It's just how they structure it, and they can figure that part of it out. They're just not going to trade him in the division, right? I mean, it's bad enough that they have to trade him. They don't want to see him twice a year either.
Yeah,
even if it's just for this year, they do not want him coming back and throwing 200 on their heads.
Let them finish, Drake. Go ahead, Drake.
Man, don't be teasing at me to let them finish. I've been cut off all show. Now listen, honestly, Michael Thomas, to piggyback on what Bowtie just said, no, because Michael Thomas is injury prone. He gonna cross that middle, he's gonna get popped, and there it is. And there it is. Like he's no value to nobody. I'm not worried about no Michael Thomas, man. But Cooper, I do like Cooper. D-Hop to me fits because
I like Cooper.
He's a chain mover. D-Hop is a chain mover. You know what D-Hop
that's what they need.
Chain mover. That's it. He's a chain mover.
Yeah, no.
Did you ever watch Michael Thomas play for New Orleans? That's kind of what he was. I mean, he was averaging over 100 catches a year. I mean, but again, we don't know what he is right now.
Yeah.
Right. So the last few years he's been injury prone. So maybe that's it. You get to a certain age and the injuries start to pile up. But I would think in terms of a trade, I think that D-Hop would probably be the closest or the best opportunity if they're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to make a move. Cooper would be too, because I'm sure Cleveland wants whatever they can get because they lost, they used so many draft picks to go get their quarterback, and then they overpaid that. That was they're just messed. I'm sure he wants out. Anybody would rather play with Patrick than just about any other quarterback out there right now. So, if they go that route, it's going to be a few weeks down the road, though. Deadlines make deals. Trade deadlines not till week 9. So, for now, we'll just have to make do with the guys that we have.
We'll have to make do there. Nothing. I don't think anything's going to happen between now and Tuesday.
No.
Everybody voting for D-Hop. Everybody saying D-Hop, man.
Virginia says it well.
Devontae might get traded in that time, but
Devontae's probably going to get dealt
somewhere
else. I think Devontae going to the Jets, man.
I think going to the Commanders. I got that feeling he goes to the Commanders.
That would be great. I would love to see that.
Devontae with the Commanders?
That would be terrific.
I'm telling you, I feel like that's
going
to happen.
McLaren and Daniels. Oh my God, that'd be fun to watch.
Listen, real quick, guys. Daniels look good, man. His playmaking skills. I mean, his decision.
Kathy Welch. Yeah, there's a big smile
Kathy.
for Hense there.
Yes,
Is
Young
Jerry
Rice is
Rice's
available.
son
He's on the
available?
practice squad of this.
Hey, no, I haven't mentioned
He's
nothing
working,
about Brendan Rice.
He's working out for the UFL right now.
Hey, if you look at it, you know, I mean, go back and look at his Instagram story. Him and Rashee Rice follow each other. They like each other's stuff. Hey, maybe Rice for another Rice on the back of the jersey he fills in. So let's speak about filling in. Let's get it right into our sponsors before we close out. Go ahead.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. First up, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can help you buy or sell a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than my friend Eric Haynes. He helped Emily and I find a house. It took 9 months of searching. A lot of houses that we saw. It's just a long, arduous process. And even though there was some up and down during the closing period, which took a couple of months for a lot of crazy reasons, he stayed strong. He stayed patient. He held our hands. He made sure everything got done our way, and he delivered the goods. So give him a call today at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esaleskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chief Who?
Yes, and another incredible sponsor is my beautiful, amazing wife, Emily Athan. Hey, I'm biased, of course, but listen, if you're looking for flexible health coverage, whether you're an individual, self-employed, a business owner, part of a family, maybe you're on a COBRA plan, maybe you're on an ACA plan, whatever the situation might be, she can help you find out what your current plan does and doesn't do and look to find something better that's better deductible, lower premium. Listen, money's hard and everybody needs health insurance because you don't want to be caught without it if something catastrophic happens. So if you need a new plan or you want your current plan reviewed, give her a call today at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Let's get right into the next sponsor.
Get the best deals on new and used electronics at Resell Electronics. TVs, laptops, Apple Watches, cameras, cell phones, plus so much more. And if you're into gaming, we carry new gen as well as vintage consoles. Resell Electronics in Independence. Get the best deals.
There you go.
Yep, give Resell Electronics a call. You can reach them at 816-886-7285. They got 2 convenient locations in Independence, whether it's a cell phone, tablet, laptop, game console, TVs, home audio, much, much more. They're the company to go to. I think we already had one of our people say they're looking for a laptop. Give them a call. Tell them Chiefs Blitz sent you and get her done.
So with that said, guys, hey, don't forget about the roast of Nick that's coming up in the bye week.
I agree with this.
11,
one-off special thing.
What's with the sailor cap, man? What are we doing?
It's about to get a little physical.
That's cold, man.
Once a one-off special of Nick Atkins roast.
We're doing it at 5 o'clock that day, or is that? I don't think that time is.
I looked at it closer. It looked like Hugh Hefner to me, but hey, it may be.
I'm not Hugh Hefner.
Yeah. Hey now.
So with that said, guys,
let's all get comfortable.
So with that said, man, great show, great, great, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for, coming out today. It was like a lot of people in here today. Hey, continue to share, continue to, join in, tell your friends about us, continue to subscribe away. We are 4 Guys in a Bar. We started this a year ago, and we are here now, and we are rapidly growing by the day. So with that said,
everybody, go Royals, go for the sweep today.
All right, guys.
Peace.